Hi, Steven. Hello, everyone. We are here. Hey, look what time it is. What? Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Distorted Reflections release day. For those of you who have gotten product early, I hope you've opened well. My case was okay. But, we wheel and deal. How is everyone on this glorious Friday? It's very hot here in Marlborough, Massachusetts. We're not having a great time. I don't know how people live in 90 plus degree heat year round. I could not do it. What are we most excited for, chat? AC is the only way. I agree. What cards are we excited to open this weekend? I'm still looking for my CL level 2. If you guys have not been following me on my Twitter journey or X journey. We're always a pleasure to listen to in traffic. I hear that's where
God,
most of our what the
I just ran into the mic. Chest.
The water.
Good morning.
The water deck feels fine. We've been testing it internally. Feels all right. I'm more. I've leaned more to fire because I like the fire cards better. But we were doing some testing last night, and yeah, the water deck seems good.
Was there a knife on the table?
I don't know. That's your side, so.
Well, that didn't work. Good morning, team. How are you? What are you talking about with the people, Steven?
We're just talking about DTR. DTR day.
Oh, is that out today?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're doing the little DTR talking.
I'm playing a little seal.
Yeah, it's CL. Rose on a grave. Ooh, the more of you, the stranger it feels.
I do that every time anyone says seal. It's a blessing I'm not on coverage anymore. I can't help it. Good morning. How are you? Hope you're all doing well. Happy DTR day. It's a good day. Good day to be on this earth. Is DTR day. And not nothing to talk about today. We have a ban list. We have some new promos.
Ooh, I forgot about the ban list.
Yeah. So
how are you? I hope all you water players are okay.
Keeping yourself safe.
If you need someone to talk to, my DMs are always open. We can talk about losing the best card in your deck.
In your color, even.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
If you need to talk, it's okay. If you look at the ban list now, predominantly water cards.
True. They're all fucking blue cards.
Cam is shady.
I'm shady?
Why is Cam shady?
Like Slim Shady?
Can you stand up?
All the trailer park girls go around me outside.
I bet if you ask him to stand up, he will stand up.
Oh, because I'm Slim Shady. I was like, what? This signature's crazy. Shout out to them. I would hate it.
Yeah, we want you to keep yourself safe.
With the fucking
yeah.
Like 65.
I sent you
squares
just
on it. Yeah, I would be. Congrats to this person, obviously, but it's fucking huge, dude. It's taking up like
To be fair,
fucking massive.
to be fair, I do like the chessboard on it.
It's just so much. So many squares. Mine is much smaller,
It's very tasteful too.
which I like. I like mine a lot. Obviously, I like mine because it's mine. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Right.
But
also because of the implication.
nobody's in any real danger. Ooh, somebody opened a fucking Gooner White.
Where's my Gooner Spirel? Is she already just too Gooner?
Yeah, she's also she's hitting the blush naturally. Hey Perf, how you doing?
You're not late. We're just on time.
We're on time, man. Yeah.
Normally you'd be fine, but we're putting in the effort to be on time more often.
Yeah, the theoretical is like start at noon, yap for 15 minutes, start the show at 12:15. So we're actually on time. So we're chilling. We're just we're yapping, checking the Twitter. Yeah. I think it's actually really cool. I think the 2 Snow Whites are sweet. And I hope they do that more often. Really weird that they didn't tell anybody, I think. It's odd.
Yeah. Yeah, it is an odd choice, but I also agree that
It's cool.
variants are neat. Happy to read your message, Perfy.
Happy to see you as well, Perfy.
I can't really
Send
see
us a picture of you right now. What
Yeah.
are you wearing?
Yeah. Our DMs are open.
Yeah, I think variants are good when they're not variants. As much as I am a to-be enjoyer, I think it is better to have variants that do not have different card IDs for our collector people out there. It's kind of a nightmare. So you don't need to get your Goon Whites for silver. You can just get regular ones. I'm checking Discord. I don't see a notification, though. I think he's gaslighting me. That's insane. Oh, never mind. Did it update? Nope. He's gaslighting me.
You have a message request.
I do. It's not from Perfy. It's not from Perfy. That guy messages me all the time. Did you actually? You gaslighting me? I don't see it at all.
I can confirm there's not a message from you.
Oh, there you go. It just came in. There you go. Look at that handsome guy.
Wow, he's so handsome.
What a handsome guy. You at work? We catch you at work?
That's what he said. He said, I was just in a meeting. He sprinted to catch the show.
I love that. Thank you.
Ran back to his
Thank you,
desk.
Perfect. We're going to see you so soon. It's only like a couple of weeks. It's crazy.
It's like a month away.
We were all looking forward to DTR, and of course we are. It's today. But Boston, what was it 3 weeks? 4 weeks? 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
5 weeks.
4 weeks? There's one more week after, right?
Yeah. 4 weeks from tomorrow. There you go. That one.
Yeah.
So we're starting Academy tomorrow, so I was trying to
put
it into my brain. 4 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, you should all buy your flights and hotels. No promises. I'm not making promises. However, if you happen to be in Massachusetts early and you are in our chat, which means we like you very much, maybe you can come to the store, hang out. Although it is kind of a drive, so you would have to, actually Uber the fuck out of Boston because we're 30 minutes outside the city.
Or talks amongst yourselves and take the train.
True, the train gets you 10 minutes away from us.
And I'll pick you up personally.
So it's not so bad. Yeah, it's 45 minutes. Yeah, you can take the train. You can take the commuter rail into Southborough, which is 10 minutes away from us.
Yeah, and I will personally pick you up unless there's more than 4 of you or 3 of you.
So yeah, look at the commuter rail if you guys want to come hang out. But no promises. No promises.
No problem.
Early Thursday. See? Perfect. Early Thursday. Thursday, good. Friday, I'll be busy. But Thursday, good. So
yeah. Impromptu.
We'll be around.
Impromptu Lineage Break chat locals.
It is it is a little bit unclear as of right now if our store will be open. We're still making plans because we're moving. I'm sure that you guys have heard. We're moving. So there's 2 options right now. We have the new location. The keys are in my pocket. We have 2 stores right now. So we are either closing the week leading up to Boston, and then opening after Boston, which means we'll be closed. Obviously, you guys can come hang out. It just won't be open to the public. Or we are closing the week after Boston and opening the week following that. And if that's the case, the store will just literally be open. So, yeah, dude. Yeah, come hang out, Mergle. Come in on like Thursday or whatever. But don't come out specifically for us because I can't promise that, things will work out or whatever. Very worst, Steve and I can just come into Boston.
True.
Whatever. Just hang
True.
out.
Hang out in your hotel room.
Yeah. Go get some lunch or something.
Yeah.
All right. Perfy though. Yeah, Perfy. True. Perfy coming in on Thursday. Are all the boys flying in Thursday? Perf. I know you're coming from different places. You and the TCG lads. Yeah, 4-hour drive. Al doesn't even have to book a flight. Just drive his ass up here.
That's
Nice
what we're
and
doing
easy.
for Niagara Falls.
True.
It's a little bit further than a 4-hour drive, though.
It's not that bad,
It's
though,
like
right?
7.
It's like 6, 7, yeah. Yeah, it's not so bad.
Yeah, and especially if you
Get a bang bus and
yeah, you
boys
do
in it,
that.
you
You
know.
throw all the boys in the bus, and then
yeah.
you swap off every hour or 2 hours
Mhm.
for driving. So
And
it's
also you swap off driving.
that's what I'm saying.
That's not what I was saying.
Oh, whoa, oh,
Yeah, early and get dinner. True.
yummy
True.
dinner.
Yeah, Boston's okay. You could go to worse cities for food. Boston's okay. I'm a Boston hater, I guess.
Yeah, well, we live here.
Like, where do you go, Steve? Like, that's the problem. I'm not in the city often enough that if you're a Boston person, which we technically are, and somebody's like, where should I go in Boston to eat? Where do you point them? And I'm like, I don't know.
North End usually, but
Yeah,
that's
like, go get some
expensive.
fucking pizza.
Or like pasta, like Italian.
And go to the fucking Regina's and pizza.
Yeah.
Get a pizza, an authentic Boston pizza. We have good pizza.
And to answer your question, lobster is cheap here.
Yeah, lobster is fine, but we are not known for it. But it is cheap
Maine.
because we're nearby. But Maine is known for the lobster, so that's not our thing. Clam chowder, New England thing. If you like clam chowder, that is an us thing.
Oh,
Surely
the
you can
Seaport
find some.
also, yeah. Seaport has a lot of good options for food.
Seaport is that's where we're going, right? We're gonna be in Seaport, quote unquote, for the event.
No.
Are we not?
It's at Heinz.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
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 It's a little bit of a hike to get to the Seaport from where we'll be, but good food over there. You could go to what is that Mexican place? Scorpio.
I don't know.
There's a really nice Mexican restaurant over by the Pavilion, because when I go to concerts, I usually go there.
I feel like I spend more time in Cambridge than I spend in Boston.
I don't know. What are you going to, like, the Middle East?
Yeah. I was at the Middle East like a month ago,
That's
actually.
funny.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I am.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've been to the Middle East in
Yeah.
for our chat. The Middle East is a small
It's a club.
restaurant/venue.
Yeah.
Are they still a restaurant?
Mhm.
Okay, they're a small restaurant/venue where small bands play.
I was literally there like a month ago. I like Cambridge a lot.
I haven't been to the Middle East in like
It was the first time I'd been there in a very long time.
10 years.
And it was like way bigger than I remembered. I was like, oh, it's so tiny. And I got there, it was pretty big. Because it was downstairs, obviously.
Yeah.
Playing on scooping to someone from LB in the finals. Yeah, it's going to be this guy right here. Got to let them win on their home turf. Second place good enough.
I would love for someone on the LB team to top 8.
Yeah, I want to keep some meows in Boston.
So we can at least
Thanks, Boro.
get one, our competitive team recognized, because apparently people don't even know who we are.
It's true.
And 2,
Yeah, we never get mentioned. It's insane.
right. And 2,
Gotta start grinding.
I would love for to keep a meow in Boston.
By the way, chat, and by chat, no offense to you, chat. I mostly mean Perfy. So that Perfy can, spread the Perfy. I swear to God, if you say that one more time, I will have a jersey for you in Boston. But listen, man, I'm not trying to step on any toes,
Yeah.
but we will poach the shit out of you. You'll have a jersey in Boston, if you want one. Anyways, one of our dear friends who we'll talk about on the show today, who I'll talk about on the show today. How many? You gonna wear a jersey, Theo? You wear the fucking LB jersey? We got new jerseys made for Boston.
Yeah.
And so it is maybe not too late to put in some extras. So you guys let me know if you want a fucking jersey. But one of the LB team is looking to either hopefully win a meow, but if not, pull out the greatest card of all, the credit card, and and buy a meow. So
he will trade you credit card money.
Yeah, if you guys end up with a meow that you don't want, we know a guy who's looking to buy one.
Yeah.
Who do you think has the best shot? Who do I think player-wise has the best shot, or who do I think deck-wise has the best shot? Because that's probably a shitty thing for me to say as the person in the team that I am. Can't pick favorites, but decks, I don't know. I think Fire's really good, and I think some of our team is going to be doing some testing with the Fire aggro decks over the next month, and I think they seem pretty strong. Nobody's, we're not giving up any secrets because nobody's even close to locked in on a deck, but we're going to do some testing.
Yeah.
Not going to be at Boston. Oh, piece of shit.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, right. It's just Sunny.
Yeah.
What
It's
our
wild.
legend. We're just going to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to get Sunny a jersey. Fuck you, Theo. I'll get you one next time I see you then. I don't even have to make it for Boston. What is that?
It'd be even better if
Theo, where are you going? It would be even better. What? Who?
we get one for his wife.
Oh,
And
that's
not
true.
him.
Yeah, can we get Cameron a jersey? Not Theo. that guy's kind of crazy. She was at Nationals. Comes to events. I don't know if she was at Worlds and it's here. Yeah, where are you going, Theo? Because I'm going to literally all the things apparently. So when am I gonna see your dumb face? Whoa, yeah, Steve got a haircut. Everybody said
Thank
how nice
you.
Steve's hair looks. He's got that fresh fade.
It almost didn't look at this good. It was a little dubious for a bit.
Worked out in the end. If you can give a jersey to someone who tries to get you canceled so often. Who tries to get me canceled?
Theo.
Oh, Theo does try to get me canceled. That's true. Still tried to get me canceled yesterday, too.
He did.
He's like, you're banned for breaking street date. Dummy. I'm already banned. What are you going to do? And we didn't break street date. Thank you. Cancel them. Get them. You can lineage break me in half is crazy. True.
Well, I think it's time to start the show.
Oh, it's 12:20. Yeah,
Yeah,
man, I've
we
delayed.
biffed it a
I've
little
delayed
bit.
too much.
We biffed it a little bit.
It's fine. All right. What? Perfect. What does this mean?
Auckland.
If you guys need any help testing, he sent a message that said treating, and it said, if you guys need any help treating, and I was like, what is that? Who are we treating? What? You're in Auckland? What the? I lied. I'm not going to any of that nonsense. Oh, this is all before Boston? Man, that stuff's coming up. That's crazy. What's what? It's Boston, and then it's Taipei, and then it's Niagara, and then it's Aki, right? That's the rest of the year.
Yep.
And I will be at all of those, which is cursed. So we'll see. We'll see you guys if you're at those events. All right. You ready to do the show, Steven?
Yeah, I'm ready. We have we do have an announcement too.
True.
That we can make on the show.
Lots of things to talk about. Exciting. Maybe. Maybe we'll pull out the old vlog camera.
Oh, we could. That'd be nice.
Yeah. It's low stress enough. We could probably get away with that. All right, Steven, you ready?
Yep.
Whoop, 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 whoop,
Whoop, whoop.
whoop. Shout out to
Superhuman. I haven't done one of those in a bit.
we're bringing back,
only the
bring back
OG.
all
Only the OGs will know.
That's true. Yeah. Fuck this shit.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, we got to bring back all the old classics, for our swan song.
Yeah.
We have an important announcement to make, by the way. We forgot to change our thumbnail to, the pastel picture of Steve and I or whatever. But important announcement today, so look forward to that. All right. Podcast time. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Lineage Break, a Grand Archive TCG podcast. I am your host, Cam. With me, as always, is Steven. Hello, Steven.
Hello, Cameron.
How are you?
No epithet today, huh?
Breaker of
Yeah.
glues.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Usually it's like the
mother
trust
of steeds.
steeds.
Yeah.
Usually, I get the trusty one. Yeah, you hit me with something.
It
was just Steve.
I gotta switch it up. I gotta keep you on your
Swap.
toes. If you know what's coming, I'm not doing a good job.
I'm just saying.
Woo!
I'm not used to just being known as Steve.
Trusty Steven. Hey. It's DTR Day.
It's DTR Day.
How are you all doing? I hope you are enjoying your DTR Day. Happy launch day. Kind of a surprising amount of stuff to talk about today. So on the show, we have, of course, DTR to talk about. Launch day is today. We have a ban list that has been released to talk about. We have some new promos, maybe, if the powers of be are watching. We can see some more of those for the new season. And we have an important VTuber graduation announcement to make about the show as well. So we'll get to that towards the end of the show, so we can keep you all tears in your eyes waiting for the announcement of the end of the show. So, Steven.
Cameron.
We sat down yesterday.
We did.
At the midnight hour, crack some DTR.
We did.
For launch day.
We did.
Which was officially at 12 a.m. tonight. Or yesterday. Whatever. How'd your cracks go, Steve?
Better than last time.
It's fair.
HVN was not kind to me.
Mm.
And DTR was not looking kind to me either. And then on my very last pack of my last box, opened a foil UR. Not too bad.
We take those.
Not the greatest one. Was our spoiler card, though.
True.
I did open a foil Chrono Warp.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Looks good.
How about you, Cam? How'd you do?
Yeah. Well, listen, I have to, say this, of course, to you and to the people at home. I deserved an L, last season I opened the CUR.
And a CSR.
Which is pretty... No.
Yeah, didn't you?
No.
I thought you did.
No, just the CUR, but that's okay. I'm not complaining. So I opened the CUR last season, which is pretty crazy. So this season I was sort of due for an L. They weren't as bad as they could be. I opened 2 cases because I didn't go too crazy for reasons I'll explain. But I also opened a foil UR. It was Sortier Vortex, the Umbra card. And so Steve and I did a little switcheroo because he wants that one, I want his one, and they both probably suck.
Yeah.
But they look good.
Yeah.
And then my second case was just abysmal trash. Opened a foil Alice. I was excited about that.
Yeah.
But that was the highlight of my entire booster case, which is not great, but it's okay. I deserve that one. We're saving up our luck for PTM.
Yeah, did some wheeling and dealing, though. Got everything I needed. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Missing a CL 2.
CL level 2 CSR.
If you guys find one on the market that's not insane. Of course, it is launch day, and prices are just criminally insane.
I would be looking to spend $400 on it.
Yeah,
I think that's reasonable.
I think he'll settle for sure. The only thing that would change that is if he's like giga broken or something. Right. But I don't think so. I think he's fine. I feel. I guess we'll talk about how we feel about the champs in a little bit once we get through our opening stuff. So, elephant in the room. Steve and I did not do great in our openings, but I can say that the local Lineage Break team did quite well.
Yeah.
All of the people around us did quite well.
Yeah.
Steven and I, not so much, but many a fancy card were opened. You all may know that I'm quite excited for the release of Alice. And if you guys are active in the Discords, you've seen my myriad posts, trying to buy Alice's. And, no offense to the people out there on Merlin's Marketplace. Secure the bag, as the youth says these days. But I, had an offer out for some money, and the posts that have been made this past day or so for Alice have been sort of crazy.
A little bit too expensive.
I was a little bit worried that we wouldn't get one, or that I'd have to wait a while, or find one at some point. But I have the most extreme FOMO of all time, so I need to hold the fancy card as soon as physically possible. But we're very lucky here at WebWar Games, and I did not open a CUR this season, but somebody did. One of our very own Lineage Break team. Vault is his name on the internet, so you guys will see him in Boston with a jersey. Opened a CUR, and it is important to note that he calls himself Vault for a reason. He's a bit of a hoarding dragon, and never sells anything. But he is a very, very sweet man, and did agree to sell me his CUR because he knows how much it means to me, and that really means a lot to me. So, for you guys probably can't see it, but for thumbnail purposes, look at this. We did it. We have our, maybe you can see her. She's so cute. Alice. Number 16 is mine. You can see a post on Twitter where I got my girl, and fastest shipping of all time. He walked across the room and said, "Here you go." And it was crazy. I didn't have to worry about it going in the mail, which I was terrified about. All is good. All worked out for me in the end, so we're very, very happy.
In our one LB vault, his cases were unbelievable.
Yeah, dude's insane.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Worth noting that he opened the CUR and opened a foil UR in the same box.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Not just the same case, the same
box. It was like, what the?
Yeah, and then pulled 2 other CSRs last night. Like, insane.
Yeah. So that man's the luckiest man alive. So that's awesome. Check that box. Steven's mostly done too, which is not something that we expected to get in house. Was most of the stuff that Steve needs. So yeah, just missing that CL2, but
it like literally not even
so
just
bad.
like almost finished the Lineage. But the guy that opened the one is the guy that's paying for my Lineage anyways.
Yeah, it all worked out. All worked out in the end. So yeah, it's been a good launch day for the boys. Not us specifically, but the people around us, and being able to get the things that we need is awesome. But also, it feels good to see your friends do well.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be us that opens the
had
goods.
One LB Tex.
Also,
2
insane.
boxes.
Yeah.
Foil Looking Glass.
Yeah.
CSR
Duchess.
Yeah. Like
in 2 boxes.
In 2 boxes. Oh.
Pretty crazy. So it's been pretty good, and we are excited today to play our first maiden voyage of the format. I will, if you guys are interested, maybe post the deck that I'm playing tonight somewhere on the internet.
It's a deck.
If I win a game, I will be very excited.
Not a match.
A game. But we are playing Alice tonight with as much text as we can give her for the time being. And we'll see how it goes. I think the new heroes look pretty cool. We've done a little bit of testing. Obviously, we haven't gotten into the sort of nitty-gritty of team testing for the event yet. That's coming up soon. But preliminary opinions, Steven.
Preliminary, blah, blah, preliminary
opinions about the distorted reflection variety.
Uh, I have not played into Diana.
No,
a
Alice
lot.
is bad. Don't worry about that one.
Yeah, I have not played into her either. But I haven't played Diana a lot. But what I've seen of her is she attack for big number.
Yeah.
And if you cannot if you cannot deal with
Big number.
you've probably lost against her. She seems pretty good. I think she's pretty consistent for what I've seen. We have one Lineage Break Joy Boy, and I have been building CL in multiple facets and playing off each other's strengths and weaknesses. And I think we have a pretty solid water CL list that feels pretty good. There's like some tweaks that should be made to it, I think. However, I think it's pretty good, like pretty solid at this point. Our fired CL list feels the same. We've done some pretty gross things with it. However, that one I think still needs a lot of work. So I think overall CL feels really good. Consistent, high damage. Same thing with Diana. If you can't respond or don't have a way to protect yourself from attacks, you're not going to have a good time. We have not done any fire aggro testing, which I think is probably going to be
pretty scary.
The meta. I think that deck is probably terrifying, especially with some of the new Kindle cards that we've gotten and some of the cards that prevent you from healing.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The fiery interference. Yep. It's pretty good.
And
I know Pora loves that card.
I think there is also a CL allies list. Sure. I put one together, but
it's like wind allies?
Yeah, like wind allies.
Sure.
But I just don't know. I don't know if his token generation, if those tokens matter.
Yeah, what are they? They're what, 2/2s?
They're 1/1s.
1/1s?
For every attack omen you have, they get +1 attack.
Okay, sure.
And then for every ally omen you have, they get +1 health.
Gotcha. So they're probably like 2/2s, 3/2s maybe.
Yeah. So it's a weird. They're weird, and a lot of the cards that make them don't feel great.
Sure.
I think there's one that like on enter makes one that's probably fine, but like the attack, it's like an attack for like 3, and then you have to pay 2 or something into it to make one. It doesn't feel great.
Yeah, I mean, not all things are created equal, right? Like they make an archetype for new champions in every basic element, but surely not all of them always work out, and so Win might be the one where CL falls a little bit behind.
I think there is a point to play Win CL though, because the new SR ring,
it's good.
Regalia, that gives you taunt all the time makes Vanguard's reversal really good. Makes that a 2 for 5 every time.
Yeah,
so that's
true.
That's really good.
Yeah, I think the set seems pretty good. Obviously, it's like we said, preliminary. This is day one. We've been doing a little bit of testing beforehand, but we haven't had index for very long, like about a week now.
Yep.
And so we haven't obviously had time to dig into things. But I do think, at least in Grand Archive history, you can often sort of see the like light at the end of the tunnel, right? It's very rare that a champion or an archetype comes out and is like feels holistically unplayable or bad or whatever, and then we're like extremely wrong about that. It's like, oh, it actually is great. We just didn't figure it out. Like usually you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and so big shout out to Kong Ming or
Dao Chan.
Level 3 Dao Chan, right? Where they just like really don't have that. I think it is pretty apparent in DTR that both Diana and CL do have some power and some strength that can be extracted with the right list and with the right set of skills. So I think it looks pretty good. It feels like it's been a long time since we've felt that way about the set sort of holistically, it sort of feels like to me like MRC, where like all of the new champions were very good and evident that they were going to be very good and just needed some refinement. Like obviously the day that MRC came out, nobody was really playing Tristan. There was just lots and lots of slime players, and then it quickly became a Tristan format when people figured out what that deck should look like. And then obviously it flipped back after the Outlook ban, but it does sort of feel like that, where I think both of the decks, not Slime's Outlook powerful, but powerful enough to be able to find some sort of meta relevancy, which I think is good, especially for two classes that have been having a bit of a rough time in as of late. Diana players struggling a little bit, and obviously Tony players struggling a little bit. So it's nice that Guardian and Ranger now seem to have a through line to a deck that they can bring to an event, as long as their name isn't Poro. You can find a Guardian deck you can play.
It is very funny too that the Ranger deck it's just Diana still.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually like really impressed with I don't have that. I guess I don't have the connection to Diana either, but like I don't have a connection to Guardian or Tenoris to have like a sort of palpable feeling about what it means to be those two things. But I think it's really cool with Diana, who I at least have played an amount. I think the melding of class and element that they've done with Diana, I think is really, really cool. Like, she does still feel like Diana 100%, even though she is a completely different deck with a completely different subsection of cards and a completely different advanced element. She still feels like Diana, but she also still feels like an Astro deck, and I think they really nailed that as far as,
What's your opinion on Aether Aether Calling? That's what it's called.
Maybe we can use this to transition into some slight complaining, as we do have a ban list update to talk about today. Aether Calling is really good. As a longtime Astro player, feels a little, Aether Calling's pretty good, and it does not have a downside.
Yep.
There's no palpable downside to Aether Calling. Obviously, I guess the downside is that they are all bullets that go into a gun, right? They go into a thing that is interactable. Theoretically, they do mostly have Spell Shroud. But they go into a place that can be interacted with, which I think is the downside of Aether Calling. But as far as a mechanic, it is absurdly strong. Like I watched our own LB Sean yesterday. Glimpse 9 and Aether Call 6 cards and then play a Comet Fall. And, that's something I will never have the ability to do. I do think the mechanic is quite strong. I do think Diana does have a really, really high ceiling, and that is a little bit frightening. There is a small amount of Aether Calling cards, and I think on purpose there's only 4, I believe. I believe there's 4 full play sets that you can play of cards that have Aether Calling. I think playing 16 is probably correct. Because they are extremely strong. I do think it's sort of a necessary evil, though, and I think that's what I mean. And we can transition to talk about the ban list. Is a problem traditionally that Astro has had is Star Calling, obviously a very powerful mechanic, but you do need a density of it to make your strategy playable, and that was a huge part of why RE for a long time was not playable, is that when you only have X amount of cards that actually do anything with your mechanic in your deck, you lose when you don't see them. Mm-hmm. And so I think Diana has fixed that problem in that she does have a density of Aether Calling, and she can also play the Star Calling cards should she want to, which gives her that density that she needs. But that is the problem that RE had for a long time before Polaris was printed, that she didn't have enough damage in her deck. She couldn't find enough Star Calling cards, so she couldn't use her mechanic effectively enough. So, Steve, speaking of Polaris, there's a ban list update this week, sort of out of nowhere. I don't know if you feel the same, Steve, but
we definitely, it wasn't announced, right?
Like we were coming up on one. Like usually it's on launch day.
Right.
I just mean that like It's like a pretty big change that I wasn't expecting them to make. Which is interesting, I think. So, Steve, I'm going to pull it up. You give me your thoughts about the ban list and tell the kids what happened.
I guess we can start from the bottom.
Yeah.
What is it? Tidestone bovine.
Tidestone bovine.
Added to
Cow.
category
Beef.
1.
Cow 1 beef.
Yeah, watching the. That's good. So it's added to the watch list, which is I think understandable. I think Genbu has shown strength over the meta in recent events. I think over the last season, Genbu put up some pretty impressive numbers. So not understandably that it is
right. Card very powerful,
right
for sure.
It's a very good enabler.
Weebs of the Shore had these words to say regarding Mr. Tidestone bovine. Tidestone bovine is added to Category 1. Bovine has been a staple of many water strategies due to its consistency to fuel the graveyard and inflate the pool of floating memory far more efficiently than any other sources. We recognize that this is not typically the power level we seek to design in allies that are repeat enablers. As such, we will continue to monitor this card in the upcoming meta. We hope that the ban of Lost in Thought, which we'll talk about, is sufficient to hit the absurdly high card advantage potential of these strategies, but will re-evaluate Tidestone Bovine and other water cards as we continue into the DTR meta. Notably, as well, I don't think really needs much thought given to it, but Guy's Blessing has been removed from the watch list because Sylvie sucks and Terra is unplayable.
Correct.
That's what they said. Those are Weeb's words, not mine.
I do not think there was any changes to 2.
No.
I believe it is still just Polaris and...
Polaris, notably, still a Category 1.
Oh, it's still a Category 1?
Yes, did not move up.
It is...
Got its own.
It's Mirror and...
Mirror and Chalice.
Chalice, yes. That's right. Coming off of Category 2, as Cam just said, we have the official ban of Lost in Thought, moving to Category 3. And I think most players saw this one coming. It's been Category 2 for a while. And I think, like I was saying, Genbu and other water strategies really abused Lost in Thought to the point where it provided so much advantage. In the fractal decks, you use no resources. You tapped your fractals at the end of their turn. You cast Lost in Thought for 4, drew 4 cards, and then you just influence capture your opponent to the point where they just can't come back into the game.
Yeah, I've been pretty vocal about this locally. I don't know how much I've actually talked about it on the show because you guys don't care about my meta opinions or whatever. But Lost in Thought sucks. It is like either the best card in your deck or the worst one.
Right.
And I think it feels really bad as a water player where you are sort of incentivized always to play Lost in Thoughts, and I see so many people that like build water decks that are playing like 8 floating memory and 4 of them are Lost in Thoughts. I'm like, that this card doesn't do anything. Like it's not the card that you think it is if you're not looking to abuse it. So it is either just like absolutely a do nothing card that I think serves no purpose, or it is the most absurdly powerful thing that water can do, and there's never an in between.
Yeah.
And so I think mostly not even for like power level concerns. Obviously, there is a power level concern, and we'll see what Weeb said about it in a sec. But I think this opens up deck building a lot. I think we were really restrained by the perceived power of this card. That anytime you build a water deck, your first goal should be, can I make this a Lost in Thought deck? Because the card is so absurdly powerful. Yeah. And so it's cool to be able to move away from that, where people won't have to. It's like a package of cards that come with Lost in Thought that you have to play in your deck, because why wouldn't you? If you draw 4 with Lost in Thought, you just like unequivocally win the game, right? Weebs says, Lost in Thought has been a powerhouse card in almost every water strategy. These strategies have not been challenged as much as we'd hoped with the available card pool. With the increased meta share of powerful graveyard strategies and with the advent of DTR and its further support for graveyard-focused decks, we are banning Lost in Thought effective on July 25th. That's today. We hope that this ban will push the meta to be more diverse and healthy by disabling water decks from generating undue card advantage. We will continue to evaluate the health of the graveyard interaction broadly. So, yeah. what we said. It's too good, and
Yep.
it restrains deck building, and especially, as they said, with more graveyard synergies, you don't want Lost in Thought running rampant.
Now for the elephant in the room. Polaris has been eroded to being a 1-cost Regalia now. So instead of it being 0 and free, now you do indeed have to pay 1, either float or memory cost, to materialize it. Card functions the same other than that. And there are people, and I'm like 50-50 on the card, or on people's reasonings. People are saying that Polaris got a buff because...
Nerf.
Let me get there. People are saying Polaris got a buff because now it is a 1-cost and cannot be reduced to Ash or Mustanged. So people are no longer being punished for materializing it in your main. However, on the other hand, Ariasana is a tempo deck, and it costing 1 to materialize is enough to throw off your tempo enough in certain matches where it is a detriment. So there's two sides of the coin, right? And people are going to argue both, and I'm still on the fence on whether or not I think it's a buff or a nerf. I have to play into more Ari matches to see. We know where Cam lies. Cam, get your soapbox ready. You can go on your tirade now.
Hey man, this sucks. Feels so bad. I think I do think it's important. I don't know, I'm just gonna sound like an asshole. It's hard for people that don't play Ari to realize how bad this is. It like feels so awful. Most games that you play with Ari, you are Wind Ari. I mean, meta Wind Ari. Your deck doesn't do anything for like 2 or 3 turns because you are usually playing 20-something Astra cards. So your deck basically doesn't function until you hit level 3. The only thing that you could do before you hit level 3 is pressure people with your Polaris. And some popular Ari players, shout out to Pro-An, will tell you that most of the time you just put your Polaris into your opponent's face. Because if you put your Polaris on the board, alternate activation with Arisana bonus, you put your Polaris onto the board, and the worst case scenario, this is assuming you're not playing against water. When you have to play around Fracturize, you have to do things a little bit differently. But you put your Polaris on the board, and you're playing against wind or the fire or whatever, and they have a reduced Ash, or they have an unbroken Mustang or something, and they kill your Polaris. That sucks. Feels really bad. It becomes way more difficult to win the game without Polaris. Not impossible, but way more difficult. But your opponent did have to trade a card, and it didn't cost you a materialize step, and it didn't cost you any resources. So in a deck where usually you are the one losing all of the resources because you hard level most of the time to get to level 3, in this exchange, even though you lose the best card in your deck, your opponent did have to spend a resource for it, and so you are sort of up on that exchange. It's going to be harder to win the game, but you still did extract some card advantage out of your early game. You don't get to do that anymore. So you can't really shove Polaris into people's face, because if they have the answer, you paid 1 resource for that, which is extremely precious to you in the early game. And so if you've paid 1 resource for this and then it does get answered, you get heinously punished. Steve is right. There are less answers to it, with Reduce and Unbroken Mustang no longer being options. But that's not to say that there are no answers for it. You get still punished by stuff like Fracturize, or even things like Zephyr if they're timed properly to make you upset. Anyways, Ari will be okay. It's not the end of the world. This isn't the Stone Scale band nerf that made that card almost holistically unplayable.
Yep.
This is fine. Card still functions the same way. It does really hurt Ari, though, and especially moving into an aggro-based format where she was struggling as it is to break into the top level. We have, very few Spirit winners that are Ari players. Shout out to Aqua. But I think it's going to be hard in a meta that is much more predominantly aggro-focused for her to be able to find legs against those decks. But I can understand that it does go both ways, right? Like if fire allies or a fire aggressive deck were to become the meta deck, Ari, as it stands before they printed Fiery Interference, is like a 90-10 into those fire aggro decks. It is almost impossible to lose. That is no longer the case with the nerf to Polaris and obviously the printing of Fiery Interference. That will become way more of a real match, and I think that is important if that is how the meta settles.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say one thing before I read Weeb's thoughts on the issue. It's fine. We'll live. I, however, am firmly confident that this was not a nerf to Polaris. I think Polaris is a perfectly fine card. I understand the implications that it has against ally decks, but I do truly believe that Polaris is a perfectly fine card. It is not a perfectly fine card when you can play Excalibur and make a second copy of it.
Yeah.
And I firmly believe that this was, they have a big chunk here that we'll read about why they did this to Polaris. I am firmly confident that it is because of the printing of Excalibur.
Yeah.
Because I was 100% slamming Excalibur into my Ari deck, and that would be oppressive to have two players, I think, 100%. So,
yeah. I attack you for one. I attack you for one.
Yeah, insane.
I make
I have
Polaris.
two Polaris. I will put counters on them, and I will use the first to put bolts into my deck and clear the board, and I will use the second to hold you hostage for the rest of the game.
Yep.
She would be unequivocally broken. So yeah, that is, I think, why this happened. So shout out to Merlin, ruining my life again. Polaris Twinkling Cauldron receives an errata by increasing its memory cost from 0 to 1. Polaris is a card that we designed with the goal of giving Arisana decks increased resilience towards ally-focused strategies, while also greatly improving the consistency of its win condition. However, Polaris has proved too effective against these ally strategies without any significant drawbacks. We try to stay away from unhealthy design spaces where too much power gets focused into one card without reasonable penalties. Polaris in particular has proved to be so powerful that it not only invalidates some of the opposing strategies, but it also severely limits options while deck building for the Arisana player. This errata seeks to address the power level of Polaris in a healthy way, while also paving the road for more space to design additional support for other kinds of Arisana strategies, without being forced into a Polaris/Cosmic Bolt deck every time. I do think that's true. As well. It's a very similar issue to Lost in Thought. However, Lost in Thought, Genbu without Lost in Thought is a worse deck, but not an unplayable deck.
Mm-hmm.
Ari without Polaris is an unplayable deck, and so I do agree with them. I like Polaris because it made my favorite champion playable, but I don't think Polaris is particularly healthy. It's a very large band-aid on Arisana's card pool, and so in the future, RDO, cough. If we get more Arisana support, I think it would be really cool if Ari can build without needing Polaris, and then maybe we just ban it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, it sees that sort of Guy's Blessing thing where people just stop playing it because it's not good enough if she has another way to play the game. So we are hopeful for the future of Ari. I understand the Band-Aid is fine. You guys will be okay. There's actually a significant amount of cards for you to experiment with in DTR, so I encourage you to do that if you're an Ari player. There are quite a few pretty potent tools, and so I think that is maybe being understated a little bit, that she did probably get a reasonable amount more powerful, especially in the Astra department, and so maybe this nerf is a little bit more warranted than even I am giving it credit for. So
I just hope that in the future of Arisana,
yes,
we do not see a Lucent Arbiter buff.
Yes.
I am not a Lucent Arbiter enjoyer.
Yeah, she's really cool, and I love Ari, and you guys know that. But diversity would be nice, and they are right. You cannot build an Arisana deck that is not a Polaris Cosmic Bolt deck. They just don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in the future, hopefully we can see some increase in that. I think Diana is a great ancillary to that, which seems like a much more healthy design for an Astra deck, and that does not mean that healthy design for Astra cannot also come to Arisana.
Right.
By, just giving us different Star Calling cards. Obviously, Star Calling is her mechanic, and it should be more powerful than Aether Calling. But currently, basically all of the Star Calling cards just say, you do damage face. And I think it would be cool if we got other cards.
What? I mean, I guess to piggyback on this,
Yeah.
what would you like to see Arisana do other than shoot you in the face for 4?
I think Merlin, hate that skank bitch, as Poro said one time, is a good example of a deck that is very light on ways to end the game, but she wins the game through card advantage. And I think it would be cool if Star Calling could have that avenue as well, as there are virtually no cards that Star Call that generate card advantage, because that's scary, I understand. But that is a way that you can take Ari where even if there's only 4 bolts in your deck and you have card advantage as a win condition, 4 bolts is enough. The problem is if you only have 4 bolts in your deck and your influence is 3, it's very hard to push over the edge.
Yeah. I also find that producing a card advantage through Aether Calling puts you into that a very dangerous game where you're just playing 12 copies of hard counter spells or negates.
Right.
That it just provides like a very boring game experience.
Yeah.
And
I know people don't like negate.
That's like my issue with Lucent Arbiter is like,
yeah, if it works. And and to be fair, to your point, that is a dangerous space. If you give Ari more card advantage, it does become make Lucent Arbiter specifically more playable.
right.
I don't personally think that there's a huge issue with like negates as cards, because they do cost you cards, but I do agree that if Lucent Arbiter was good, that would provide problematic because it doesn't cost you any resources, right? You only have 4 Astral Seals. Yes, it sucks when people have 4 copies of Astral Seal, but like they do run out. But yeah, if they don't run out, that is
but
obviously frightening.
But right, so they don't run out because Lucent Arbiter is very strong. Also, Horde Counter exists. That card is also very strong.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And I just not to talk about that shit game that we always bring up, but that deck was a deck in a format, and it was miserable. Countertop was not fun to play.
Yeah. I understand how people feel about negates. And I'm curious. I always sort of go back and forth about how Weebs feels about it. Like we just got Imperial Accord, which is like basically a hard negate that everybody can play now. Which I don't know that card's going to see play, but it is an interesting design space that we like keep getting cards like that. Incapacitate, of course, a prime offender. I think as long as it's designed around smartly, it can be okay. I think Spell Ward Scepter, a new DTR card, is massive for the game, for sure, to give people that are worried about these hard negates some utility and some
a little bit of reach.
Pretty hard to interact with way to get past those. So we'll see. But I agree. I'm not really a blue player at heart. So I'm happy if my beloved Ari is not a mono counter spell deck. That's fine. Okay. So that's our ban list. I think good for the game.
I think a healthy list.
Lost and Dodge specifically.
Correct.
100% correct, I think.
I would like to continue to see, other art. Like, I understand, like, obviously, it's predominantly water cards because that has been the strongest deck for the list. Excuse me. That's been the strongest deck for the last 2 formats, right? We had the Icebound Slam, a Fractal Penguin deck. Yeah. A Fractal Polar Depths deck. The season before, then we had a very strong showing of Genbu this current season. So it's understandable that most of the cards that have been put on the watch list / ban list are water cards. But it would be nice to see other strategies being shown a little bit of attention, I think.
Yeah, I have to hope. I'm not a fire player. I really am not. I have to hope with DTR seeing a tremendous amount of support for fire. I have to hope that this is the time that Fire is once again on top, and some of you don't remember this, but there has been a time where Fire was good, and Fire was good in the dawn of time, in the before FTC times. Fire was the best element. Creative Shock, an insane card. Fire Sander, an insanely powerful deck, and it's been a very long time, not only with Fire not on top, but with Water on top.
Right.
It feels like it's been decades. And so, even though that's not the strategy for me, I really do hope that the Fire decks are good enough to see some real meta share. It was so cool to see Fire Sander in the top 8 of Worlds this year. I'm sure if you asked any of those players, maybe Perfy in the chat can speak to that. There is no chance in hell they would have submitted Fire Sander to a tournament that they did not have the amount of knowledge about that they did for Worlds. There's no way any of those players were taking FISA to the Swiss stage of Worlds. Right. And so it's been pretty hard for the Fire decks to find purchase. And so I hope they do. And I hope we do see an aggressive meta, because it's a nice change of pace where not everybody is holding up blue cards and Genbus with 65 health. We might see some, more interactive low to the ground games in DTR. So
yeah,
and some advanced element stuff as well.
Yeah,
hopefully 4CL and Diana.
With specifically, I just want more level 3 decks in general. And I know that Weebs at Worlds said that is their goal moving forward in the future, is to produce cards that make you want to go to level 3.
Yeah.
And I think Exalted cards are definitely a step in the right direction. I think a lot of those cards are really cool. Yeah. And I think the design space of Exalted cards are pretty cool.
Yeah, I think ironically, let's just ban Water. Water is the problem, I think. Everybody sort of assumes that if you're playing these slower advanced element decks, that it is not Water that you have to worry about. It's the aggressive decks. It's like, oh, how can I play an advanced element deck when there's FISA running around and Wind Allies? But the thing that I think is important for people to think about is it's not those decks that are actually gatekeeping the advanced element decks, right? Because typically, I would say that the fast decks are bad matchups for the advanced element decks, but it is a hurdle that you can approach and overcome, right? If you build your advanced element deck to be good into those aggressive decks, you can.
Right.
But the problem that sort of strategy has is with these Water decks that we've seen for the past couple of formats. That is really where the advanced elements struggle. It's not against the aggressive low to the ground decks, it's against the decks like Fractals that are holding up interaction, have extremely high burst potential. So they are sort of like an advanced element deck, but they're faster than you.
Right.
And same with Genbu, the same with these Icebound Slam decks, right? That can pressure you and can play that fast game like an aggro deck can, but they have the interaction that an advanced element deck should have. And so I think if Water is not on top of the totem pole, even if Fire aggro is the best deck, we're, obviously we don't know that that's true. We're just saying that as a sort of example. You can build your advanced element deck to beat the Fire aggro decks.
Right. I think, and that the best, a perfect example of that is with Water Neos.
Yeah.
Into Fire aggro, I usually don't have an issue.
Right.
Because I have so much prevention that, sure, you're going to swing for 13 on turn 4 or whatever, but I'm going to prevent half of it.
Right.
And then I'm going to have 30 health, and you're going to be out of resources.
Right. But it is the Genbus or whatever.
Right. It's the Water decks where it's just I've set up all of this.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this dungeon guide.
Yeah.
I have nothing left in my hand because I've gone to 2.
Yeah.
Negate. I can't pay to stop it.
Right.
Now I'm even further behind.
Right.
And I'm just going to get bullied out of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really cool. And Chikaplu, head of organized play, says that heavy advanced element formats are interesting, and I think people don't want to play them as much as they beg for them. And that is maybe true. I think maybe people don't want the level 3 decks as much as they ask for them because they don't understand what that means. I do. But we'll see. And hopefully if that is the new design strategy, at least, for a little bit of time, is to give some more support to these advanced elements. Maybe that really isn't what people want. And, data is data, right? And if that is not what the community wants, I'm sure that weebs will react in kind. But it is something that we haven't seen in a long time, and I think it is, it would be cool. We've had it a couple of times. I like always think about the Diana Luxem format back in ALC, and that was one of my favorite times to be playing the game. And that was a very advanced element focused meta for sure, and still pretty fast. I mean, Diana's a fast deck, even though she's a level 3 deck. And so yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just want to play my cool purple cards, dude.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm a Timmy or whatever archetype of card game player you want to put me in, but I look at Grand Archive cards and I look at basic element cards as a means to an end to be able to play the things that I think are legitimately cool in GA, or I guess that's a bad way to put it. The things that I think are the coolest in GA, and that is the advanced element cards, bar none, every time. I'm always, scrolling to the bottom of index to look at the, the last 30 cards instead of the ones before that. So, yeah. So, 2 more things to go over before we get out of here for the last time as the show is ending. We do have some new promos that we saw yesterday, which is pretty cool. We are rounding out the season. Does the season end tonight? I believe today is the last day of Rebel Fest. I'm not 100% positive on that, but season is ending, I believe today, which means a full week from now. I believe next Friday is when the new season starts. We have a little bit of downtime in the unranked season, but it means that we are getting our promos for next season, and that's very, very exciting. We have seen 2 of them though so far. Notably, anybody that has not been super in the loop, as of this current season being HVN season, we have dropped bronze promos. So we are silver, gold, platinum, and then, of course, Ascendant. And so we have seen our bottom 2 promos. Our silver promo, Steven.
Our silver promo is Devastating Blow. It's finally a promo from
Steve wants.
The rank promos that I want to keep, and I will be buying or trading my gold for. Very excited for this, and it has the boy on it, so I'm so pumped for it. I am playing 4 of these in my deck currently.
Yeah,
so
card's good.
I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, and I do think that at least so far is something worth noting as well. Usually, promos are cool, and they're a good way to get reprints and alternate arts of cards. Usually, though, they're not all very good. Sometimes none of them are very good.
Correct.
But this season so far, both cards that we've seen are very playable and have seen play for large swaths of time and probably will see play in the future. So yeah, our silver promo is Devastating Blow, and then our gold promo is a reprint of Evasive Maneuvers, which again, a staple in these Diana decks. We've seen very, very many times we've seen Evasive Maneuvers played, and there are a lot of cheap distant enablers now, so this isn't the sort of de facto 4 of that it once was. Sorry, I have to sneeze. But it is still quite good and still a huge consideration, and especially, again, if we are moving towards a somewhat faster format, giving up something like, reposition gives you floating memory. Giving up something like that for this damage prevention might end up being worth it. So get this gorgeous new Evasive Maneuvers with hot new Diana on it.
Musketeer Diana.
Pretty cool. Musketeer, not Magical Girl, but Musketeer Diana. And then hopefully later today we'll see Platinum, and hopefully the one I really care about.
CPR.
No. But yes.
Wow.
But no, I care about the Judge promo.
Oh, Judge promo.
I want to see my new Ari art. If it's not Ari art, I flip table. You think that you can nerf my precious Polaris and then take Ari off of my Judge promos? You'll never hear the end of it. So if that's what you were going to do,
a Judge promo.
Don't do it.
Judge promo Polaris.
That would be sick. Are we done? Theo, are we done? Please. If this is the price that I had to pay, I take it. Please. Polaris can't get worse. Please just print it as a foil. Please, dear God.
Then Cam's entire material.
it's the last one. God, please. I would kill a person.
Theo in chat says, "Judge promo for you, Cam." Smiley face.
Thank you. Does that mean you're going to post it, or does that mean that it is for me? I don't know, but that would be great. Yeah, I am such a deranged person, and I apologize to every Arizona player out there on the planet that they could make Polaris cost 2 if it meant they would print a CPR. Nerf it so it's unplayable, just so that I could have the CPR.
I don't think you understand. Every card in Cam's material deck is foil, except for 2 cards.
Yeah,
and one is his artist-proof Spirit of Water or Spirit of Wind.
Yep. True.
When he plays normal Spirit, most of the time
or
it is
foil serene or
fracturized. The second one is Polaris. Everything else is foil.
Yeah. To be fair, true, but also my Cosmic Astroscope, but that'll be fixed shortly.
I didn't count that one. I didn't count that one
shortly.
Because you are getting that one soon.
Shortly. Oh, it says they'll post it when Jaden posts it. Thank you. I don't know that it'll make the show, but I will be very excited to see it. Steven. Let's hold hands.
Yep. This is an important announcement, guys.
We have an important announcement for you at the end of Lineage Break episode 96, I think, which is crazy. I believe it is episode 96, but I could be wrong. I did the math, and I think episode 100 is like the week after Boston, so I think we're like episode 96 or something.
Yeah.
We want to thank you guys so much.
For all the support you've given us over the years.
For all the support that you've given us over the years, and it's been terrific doing this show for you guys, and we really do appreciate all the support and the love that we've gotten for Lineage Break. But now that we have not been accepted into the creator program, we are no.
Jesus.
We're moving. So this is as far as we know, unless plans change. This is the last episode of LB in the tiny closet, and we've been here for 3 years, and so it is. It's a little bit bittersweet that we're leaving and moving on to hopefully a better set. We're going to be in a bit of a time of flux. No, this will not affect your regularly scheduled Lineage Break. We will be back next week. Yeah, that was the joke, Poro. Yeah, we're not quitting. It's funny. So our plan, a little bit inside baseball, but maybe you guys care. And maybe we'll pull out the vlog camera and film a little bit of our journey. LB Sean, lovely friend of the show. You guys saw him do his interviews for us at Worlds.
He's also Tiffany in all of our
spoiler
videos.
True. Has become much more involved with LB lately, which is awesome. But he, kind to us, Steve and I are poor millennials. He has a space at his home for us to set up our studio, which is cool because this is my LGS where I work. And so it'll be cool to not be chained to my work to do our show. But that space that we are going to be working on for the permanent home of Lineage Break is going to take some time as we're doing some upgrades, and we're going to try to make the set look nice for you guys, and hopefully it will be pretty cool. But in the meantime, we are squatting in Steve's office because the job that Steve works has an office they just don't really use. And so, at least for the next month or so, we're going to be squatting in Steve's office. So this week, we're going to move the whole podcast setup to Steve's office. And then, like a month after that, we're going to move it to our new permanent location. So you guys will see, a weird on-location Lineage Break for a couple of weeks. But we're leaving our humble closet. And so we appreciate the support that you guys have given us. Not like, you've allowed us to move or whatever, but we care enough that we want to make this, give it a permanent home and be able to make it a little bit our own. Obviously, we have our set dressing and our table and stuff, but it is not necessarily our space to do what we want to. And so with the new permanent location in a month or two, we're hoping to make it a LB home. So
a little bit more us coded.
Yeah. So we're very excited about that, and we hope that you guys are excited as well. So look forward to next week. We'll be in a weird, very nice office, and we'll be shooting the show there for a couple of weeks, and then we'll be moving on to the new LB home. So, yeah, that's about it. What did I do? I nerfed Ari. Yeah, I know. No posts yet. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. It's about all we have for you this week. We will see you next week. Not exactly sure what we're talking about. I'm sure that we'll we'll get some hopefully newsy news. We'll talk about these new promos next week. Talk about how awful I do tonight playing my terrible Alice deck. I'll keep you guys updated. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. See you next week.
Have a good one, guys.
Woo. Woo.
I would never, Perfy. I would never.
Lorcana sucks.
Yeah, I would never play that fucking game.
You can leave that in. Lorcana sucks. Sorry, Pat.
No, don't apologize to him. I don't know if you saw what he said about you earlier.
What? What did he say about me?
He was throwing you under the bus when talking about. He was like, "Oh, Clark player complaining about nerfs."
LB Lorcana boys goes crazy.
I'd never play that
game.
game.
Leave in facts. Yeah, I can't do it, man. As soon as you take away my ability to play on my opponent's turn, I want to fucking blow my brains out. It's been hard enough to play Shadowverse. And that's a digital game. I couldn't do that in person, man. I need my fast speed. I need my opponent to care about what I do, you know? There's a real part of card games that is the hidden information and the threat of your opponent, and when that's removed, it sucks.
The threat of my opponent usually in a Shadowverse is, did they have the third Orcus?
Yeah, but like that's the part that sucks. I'm like, do they have the third Orcus? I know I can't do anything about it, and that's when I get angry. What if Lorcana gets Kingdom Hearts? I did tell Patrick, who was in our chat earlier, I would play Lorcana if it got Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, well. Perfect, you know. Oh, and don't worry, Perfect. There'll be a Keyblade on set.
True! I can bring mine, too.
I just don't know which one. Do I bring the metal one for set, or do I bring my foam one from the foam and plastic one from GameStop?
The foam one probably looks better on camera.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The metal one is sick, though.
Mine are wood. Well, it depends on how much space we have, but we can decorate, man. It's our little corner. It's our little corner. I'm very excited. I don't know. I don't know. I get it. Like, so somebody said they were talking to me about the Polaris thing, and obviously on the show I have to ham it up a little bit because it's good for views or whatever if I'm strongly opinionated. Yeah, obviously Polaris is too strong. I understand that. And so somebody was like, why didn't they just make it cost 1 with class bonus -1 like Necklace of Foresight? Because that would solve the Excalibur issue, which I do firmly
Oh, no, that
believe.
card costs 0.
Yeah, true, yeah. But I think they did want to nerf it. Like, they could have surely made a change to it that just avoids Excalibur. Yeah. But I think my hope, at least from reading what they said, and, Weebs, not known for being liars, unless they're, like, lying to me specifically. Like, whenever they, make public posts, they're very truthful, I think. And so I do think they are not gaslighting when they say that they want to give Ari more support, and Polaris is restricting of giving Ari more support. So I think that's why they nerfed it. I'm hopeful. Oh, I didn't say this on the show, but I think probably true. And he did say it in a public place, so it's not a leak. That one Silidar, our bestest friend, said that not only am I financially doomed for set 9, which is PTM, but I'm also, for set 8, which is PTM, I'm also financially doomed for set 9, which is RDO. And so I'm a firm believer that Ari is getting support in RDO. And so maybe that's why Polaris, died so that Ari could run. That's, that's hopeful.
True.
But give me CBR, please. Fix my deck. Or make it so bad that I can cut it and replace it with a CPR. That would go crazy. I'm even thinking of putting Backup Charger back in my deck, even though I usually don't play it, because it's a CPR. So we're going to have more CPRs in my deck. Maybe I'll buy a Gwendolyn, be a psychopath. Yeah, you do need the bolts right now. But, like, I think I would, like, probably not play Polaris. Or at least I would consider not playing Polaris. if there was another way to win the game. What he didn't tell you is that you'll be broke because I'm going to straight up rob you, not because there's cards in the set. Oh, thanks, Theo. Theo, I can't think of a single person on Earth, even like a toddler, that would be scared of you. So.
Oh, I thought
That's like pretty crazy.
I thought you were gonna say that you were less threatened by.
Yeah,
Same
also
thing.
true.
Same
yeah, yeah. Like, I'm more scared of toddlers than I am of Theo. So. But yeah, I think it'll be good in the end. But yeah, what I was saying is I think if she had another way to win the game, I would really consider just not playing players. You just need it because you need the bolts in your deck. It's like really not the board wipe. Everybody's so concerned about the board wipe. I'm not. It's just like really need those bolts in your deck. So now it's premeditated. That's true. That means I can get that guy fucking sued when he robs me.
True.
I'm not trying to rob you. What is it? Bilbo Baggins, don't take me for a purveyor of cheap tricks. I'm not trying to rob you. I'm trying to help you. Something like that. Any Lord of the Rings people out there?
You know what'd be crazy? Getting Stephen Colbert on the show. That guy's out of a job right now.
That's true. Yeah, you think he likes anime titties?
He likes Lord of the Rings.
That's true.
Like a lot.
That's true. Yeah, he would know. He would know this quote I'm trying to butcher.
We probably get Dylan Sprouse on the show. That guy plays Yu-Gi-Oh.
That guy's like a DJ now. Is that true?
I don't know.
I know one of those Sprouse kids is like
it might be Cole.
has a fake job.
Because I know Dylan was just on Master Duel as like a masked duelist.
Oh, I love that. That's sick.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that did he was in the Archie live action remake?
Yeah.
One of them was? Yeah.
It's hard to tell because they're twins.
Because they're twins, yeah.
I think
to call Steve. What does that mean? Like on the phone?
Wait, yeah, what?
What?
Why are you
What are we
calling me
saying?
Perfy? I missed something.
What? You can call him. We're here. I just don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, you can call me.
I don't understand. What's going on? Oh, man, I'm tired. I'm tired. Sup, Domingo? Domingo's the GOAT. That man cannot miss.
Yeah.
Cases were insane.
What an insane polls.
The story about Domingo opening. Did you hear what happened with his Gundam deck?
No.
He like woke up at 4 a.m. because he had to pee, and he took that as a sign to open his Gundam decks, and he opened a God deck at 4
Oh
in the
my
morning.
God! What the?
This is before they opened the stuff on the stream.
Perfy, there's Stephen Colbert. That's crazy.
What? Oh, want me to call Steve? Oh, I see. Not you calling Stephen Colbert. Yeah, I don't. As much as we like Steve Colbert, I don't think we have much in common with him. I know nothing about politics.
Neither do I. But I want to talk to him about Lord of the Rings.
True.
That's sick. Domingo, what God deck did you pull?
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I don't remember which one it was. You showed it off on stream very briefly. Or I can call Post Malone for you. What life do you live, Perfy? Like, who is this man?
Wayne Gundam? That's sick. That's sick.
I opened mine, and it was no God deck. Yeah, that's fair. That's most of us.
Yeah, I bought all one of each, and no luck.
What fucking life do you live, Perfy?
Dude.
It's insane.
Dude,
Perfy's a man of mystery.
I just wish that, I don't know.
Man of mystery. Hey. Hello, JC. Congratulations, JC. Main deck John. So I hear from the internet. Congratulations.
I heard it's a main deck Jahan. Actually.
Jahan, yeah. Main deck Jahan.
Main deck Jahan. Congrats! I haven't seen you since the announcement.
What happened to poor Krahis?
Yeah. Where's Krahis?
Krahis is getting punished.
You should leave
Kick
Krahis
that guy to the
behind.
curb. That's me. That's not me. I don't know what's happening. Oh, Jahan? No, Jahan is certainly you. I believe it.
Steve's Hector arc?
Did you play Nectar?
I mean, I own Hector.
Main deck Jahanathan. Yeah, see? The people get it. It was a shocking moment for me when I learned it was not just us that called Jahan. And so, he's in side deck. I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
Poor Chris.
I found it really funny that people call him Chris.
Yeah,
like
Chris is really funny. Jahan and Chris. Super good. Yeah, just call him Jahan, dude. It's so good. It's my favorite thing. He's lucky, bro. He now he's main deck and he's gonna start winning all these tournaments. He's gonna start getting on coverage, and he dodged me my entire career. I couldn't call him Jahan on camera. Yeah, we'll see you soon, man.
Yeah, Boston.
Couple of weeks coming up. Steven?
Yeah,
I was gonna say what's for lunch. I'm actually not even feeling particularly hungry
I'm a little peckish.
because I ate all those hash browns.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry.
Mashed all those hash browns. I know, dude. I wanted to. I just can't anymore. You biffed it. You should have done better. I don't know what to tell you. Now I'm retired. You're gonna have to get one of these schmucks like Tyler Once in Love to cast you or whatever.
That guy?
Gross.
I thought that guy a caster?
Yeah, dude. Well, he's a caster when he doesn't need to host.
I just assumed he was host now.
Well, we just only do the dedicated host for the real big
That's
events.
true.
So
He did such a good job at it.
he was very, very good. He was very, very good. And that's good. Hanky is a Maverick. We talking about Hanky? Oh yeah, Hanky no team. I do love that. The Tyler Once in Love. Yeah, that is true. I was on break literally every time that you were on camera. It's actually insane. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, that Tyler's a good dude, but don't tell him that I said so. Tell him that I said he was a piece of shit.
He doesn't watch the show. He'll never know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I did say Tyler one. I think I said one Tyler, but basically the same person, right? I was avoiding him on purpose. That's true.
That's insane.
I'm always avoiding John at any opportunity, trying to dodge him. Trying to dodge you too, Steve, if that is Steve. It's either Steve or Dave over there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who's on the Careful Study account. Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm excited for Boston. Hey, David. How you doing?
Hello. Yeah, Boston's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good crowd, too. I am not casting anymore. Yes, I'm officially retired. I think I've announced this casually a bunch, but I never made an official announcement because when I said I was going to make an announcement, Shinja said it's funnier if you don't. So I was like, okay, okay, I won't. I work production now with One Shinja TV, so I am no longer a caster. But it does mean I will be at all of your events with One Shinja TV.
Will not see him.
You will see me if you look into the dungeon. I will be in the dungeon with Shinja. So I'm not casting. But I will be at all of your events. I'll be at Boston and Niagara Falls and Taipei and Akihabara.
I will be at Boston and Niagara Falls.
Yes. Yeah, I'll try to sneak in there. I would like to. I would like to make a guest appearance every once in a while. So as long as we can manage the manpower, I will do it. But no promises because Shinja does surely need the manpower. So Cat Girl Spirits OP. Is Meow a cat girl? I guess her name is Meow, but I feel like it doesn't have ears, right? Cat Girl Spirits would go crazy. I'll really think about the wind one, I think, the next time it comes around.
Yeah.
I think Gwendolyn's are, because they were so early in the game, they're really expensive. But I actually don't think spirits are that expensive. I think new spirits or whatever, probably what, 2 Gs? What do you, not Vera, Hanabi, right? What do you buy a Hanabi for? Has anyone sold theirs? Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Bye. We'll see you soon. I don't know if anybody sold their Hanabi yet. Just 2 Gs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this guy's,
Kaze, cheap as shit.
yeah. Cam's rich now, so like
I'm not rich. I'm just
this
very,
guy's-
very irresponsible.
is so much money.
Very, very irresponsible. I have no money. Yeah, I like Hanabi. I'm just not a fire player. I think my favorite so far, like Steven, you first. What is your favorite spirit ever so far? There's a lot of them. There's like fucking 15 or something. This includes Lost Spirits.
Oh, it's Priscilla,
She's so hot.
the second one.
She's so
Right?
hot.
There's 2 Priscillas.
Priscilla 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's giving you the step on me heels for
Yeah.
sure.
The one that's the art that's on the Seal of the Past and all those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same outfit. Yeah.
Yeah. I love Chef's Kiss.
Mine is Minth. I'm such a Minth stan. It's crazy.
Yeah. If we're talking about for each element, it is Priscilla for Lost.
Minth and it's
Myra
not close.
for Fire.
I like Vera. Yeah. Shout out to Hanchu.
Brissa
Sure.
for Wind.
Also shout out to Hanchu. Is that also Hanchu art?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
And I am a Sabrina enjoyer.
Yeah, I didn't love Sabrina. I don't know what it was. I don't know. Didn't fall in love with it.
But right now, those are my favorites.
Yeah.
I do like Meow.
Yeah, it was very cute.
I'll like it more when I own one.
Fucking one DJB Jason. He's talking a whole lot of shit about Meow, and I don't get it. Like, every time she's brought up, he's like, she is so ugly. I hate that card so much. I'm like, I don't know if this dude's doing, like, some sort of, elaborate bit to get her for super cheap. But, like, man, that dude,
I guess I'll take it for $1,500.
that dude always talking shit. Insane. I don't get it. She is super cute. I think I'm on Gwen Minth. Vera. That's gonna be
someone
my
sell
choice.
Murgle a Kaze for cheap. I wish Jahan was still here. He should sell you his Kaze for cheap.
He would never. John doesn't sell like terrible prize cards, let alone his his first top 8 spirit.
Yeah.
Holy.
I'm just
Holy,
saying
that guy would
that is
never.
like place 8, $1,500. It's a boy.
Yeah, to be fair though, like that's probably a reasonable price, which is
You know,
they only did Kaze once so far?
it was just Seattle.
Yeah.
I just want.
What's Taipei? Is Taipei Kaze?
I don't know.
It must be. You guys work at the development team, Poro. What's the Taipei spirit? Is it Kaze?
I just want Murgle to have his full boy lineage.
That's true. Does he? Do you have all the Venetuses now,
He
Murgle?
does,
He
yeah.
does. You got them all.
Yeah, you got him at Worlds.
Yeah, that's sick. I want those. That's on my list. It's on my long list. Not on my short list, but it's on my long list. I want to get the Venetuses.
Tony's are on my long list,
Yeah.
and then Nico's.
Yeah, it's sort of like if I find a sick deal or whatever,
Right.
maybe I'll pick one up. But I would like to have all the clerics, even though I'll never play Venetus. Like I have literally all the other ones. I might as well buy the boy.
What's your hookup on the Vera? Not that I'm actually in the market, but I just want
Just
to know
curious.
your price.
What's your LB homie price?
Yeah, what's
Even
the-
though we won't pay it, so
Right.
you can say something really low so that you look like a Chad
yeah,
because we won't pay it.
he's like $800. I'm like,
I'm
well,
like, okay, never mind. I've actually PayPal'd you right now.
well,
It's actually on the way. Oh, you're actually so true, Al. Al is so smart. They're gonna go so hard. I didn't even think about that. We're gonna get Underland themed spirits. Oh my god, they're gonna be so sick. Because Meow's the first, right? Or is Meow still?
That's HVN.
Yeah, I guess she is. She's wearing like she's wearing like a traditional dress, right?
Yeah.
If I remember the Meow art. And how do I even look at that? Where do they? Is she on index?
Yeah, they all are.
Oh, you bought it for a good price? 2K is a good price. What number is it?
Oh, you got the hookup. I thought you were.
Is Meow on index? She is.
2K in trade. That's sick.
Yeah, this is definitely HVN inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Underland one's gonna go so hard, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
Those are the ones that I might actually consider.
Yeah, the Spirit of Wind Underland. That's what?
It's a dude.
Is that Niagara? It should be, right?
That's what. Yeah,
That's what
Chad
Al said.
Al
Yeah, I
said.
just mean it starts with wind.
It always starts with wind. No, it starts with fire, right?
Oh, we just got Hanabi though.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah, I think they've switched the order at one point.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
I can't keep up anymore.
So I it should start with wind because this season was Kaze, Hanabi, Meow,
You're right.
and then so it should start with wind.
Unless they swap it.
Unless
and
they
it
swap
starts
it
with
again and start
water.
with fire. Probably not water. So I think it could be fire or wind.
Mm.
But water, I think, would be odd. There's only one fire in my eye. Is it Aethne? Oh, there's only fire. I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, that's true. You well, you don't have to tell me the secrets, Dave. But you playing Gorgia? I know you're a big Phoenix gamer. Perfect. When we having dinner? You're coming in Thursday. We'll see you Thursday night. Like, whatever, man. We'll see you then. Or Friday night works too. Maybe. I don't know. I'll be busy Friday for most of the
I know.
day.
I don't know when, but there was talk of like renting a restaurant for LB stuff.
What the? Is that fucking Sean Cronin's Deep Pockets?
Now the other one.
Travis?
Yeah.
Travis's Deep Pockets? I'm
Yeah.
poor, man.
My
I
Bubba
can't do
Gooner.
that. Can't do that. Spirit of Merlin, when? Just stop it. Stop that. Get it? No. Stop. Are you one of those people too, Domingo? I thought we were going to be friends. You're a Merlin player? Can't do it. Can't do it. There's too many of those. Too many of them Merlin players. Yeah. Al smart guy for sure. Yeah, it went backwards when they did Vera. It was Fire, Wind, and then Minth. They just died of wind. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know anything anymore.
That's why I stopped playing.
I
Siri.
really think you know someone. Then they turn out to be a Merlin player. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well,
Perfy gets the pass.
yeah, well. Listen, I'll tell you guys something, all right? Because I have to get out ahead of it. It's like when you're going to get canceled, right? And that is what I mean. I am going to get canceled. You have to get out ahead of it. It's better if you bring it up rather than people find out from somebody else.
That you're a Merlin player.
I'm playing Alice today.
Oh yeah.
There is a level 2 in my deck in
It
case
is
I need
Merlin.
to Lineage release.
Yeah, it is Merlin.
It is Merlin level 2.
No, you don't need to denounce Merlin. One of our team members
Yeah, it's
is
okay.
a Merlin player.
It's okay. We have a couple.
He's right in chat, right above you too.
Yeah.
So
Mixashi
he hasn't
is
yeah,
a Merlin player.
he has not changed his name to LB yet, but that guy's
It's only level 2. It's only level 2. I'm not playing level 3. It's only if I have to Lineage release. I will do it seldom. I promise. But it's the only one that makes sense because I can only play Lineage Breaks. And none of them have text. But Merlin has text.
Actually, you know what kind of goes glass? Mordred does. Because it gives you your command attack.
It's just like, what am I using the flow for? I'm not a fucking level 3 deck.
Good point.
And he's a boy. That's criminal.
True,
I'd
true,
rather
true,
play
true,
Merlin
true,
than a
true,
boy.
true.
I might play Nico. Is it better if I play Nico?
100%.
You guys gonna? Yeah, okay, fine. I'll play Nico. I'll take it out. I haven't played a single game with it. All right, how about that? Merlin. I'll take it out. I promise. What the?
How did our chat become so many Merlin simps?
Yeah, we say Merlin one time, and Taylor shows up
Yeah,
just to
he's
be
like,
like,
"Hey,
I love Merlin.
Oh, Merlin's great. World
World champ.
champion Taylor coming in here.
Ridiculous. Yeah, thank God for Taylor. We're not getting a level 4 Merlin. I don't have to look at her again.
Yeah.
Already
Unfortunately,
probably gonna have to look at her in PTM. So
yeah, but that
you think we find out at Boston? We probably do, right?
level 4 Tristan goes insane.
She's actually gonna be good, I think.
Not even
Like, give that card no text.
Yeah.
She has what? She'll be +4 health, so
Yeah.
she'll have 29 health. You draw 2 cards with Shadow Reaver. That's pretty good, I think. She's like, all right, you know. There was a disturbance. Yeah, you think we find out in Boston? Probably, right?
What?
About the new set. Like, they already announced the.
Oh yeah. I'm sure we'll see.
Announce the
at least
title,
some
so
art.
we'll get like the product sheets usually, right? We'll
Yeah.
get the product sheet. They'll announce the recollection decks like they always do.
Oh, interesting.
Like, that's what we got
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Toronto,
Yeah.
and that was 2 weeks after the set came out.
Yeah. That was pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, so probably.
Yeah.
Probably get the product sheet, the recollection decks. We'll know if it's Merlin or Alice. You know, stuff. Merlin needs to take over a guardian. She needs to stop taking over people. All right, that's my hot take.
Well, it's time.
That's my hot take.
Time
Okay.
to end the
That's my hot
the
take.
post chat.
She needs to stop. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
You keep the guardian keep guardians away from Merlin.
You know what? Here's here's what I'll end you on, chat. We love you to death. Thank you for watching. Merlin, kind of cool. No meme. However, Merlin, Kingslayer, cringe. Just make Merlin her own character. And then she's probably kind of cool. And she's hot. You see that new outfit? She's got the ponytail.
I can confirm.
Come on, man.
Cam loved Merlin in DOA.
I was a stan, bro.
That's the only thing he played. He played Water Merlin, and it was cringe.
Level 2
and I
Water
hated
Merlin. It was sick. But then she takes over Lorraine. She becomes cheesy and cringe.
Cam was the first person, at least in our locals, that used Mind Freeze to an advantage.
That's true. I was playing a playset of Mind Freeze in my deck. Yeah, man. Come on. Stop. If you say Queenslayer one more time in our chat, you get banned. All right? All right, I'm leaving. I hate you guys. I'm never coming back.
All right, guys. Have a happy Friday. Good luck on your polls if you're getting product today.